What's up, everyone? It's a late one tonight. I'm just home from the Napoli game, so I said I'd jump on, do a quick, maybe 45 minute to 1 hour stream to see how everyone's feeling about that result and to see if we're all feeling positive about the league campaign that's coming up. So, yeah, let's see who jumps into the chat. As I said, just back from the Napoli game. What a day, what an occasion. Great to see so many young kids in Dublin, to see Liverpool playing against Napoli. Great to see the club and the players stay behind and chat with them afterwards. There was loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of kids leaving that stadium happy today because the players took the time to stand there, sign autographs, take pictures with them. I believe Mohamed Salah had to be taken off the field after 15 minutes because he was there signing so many autographs. It's absolutely amazing, guys. I'm over the moon. Great result, great game. We'll get stuck into it in a couple of minutes. I just want to jump into the chat, see how everybody's feeling. Farrell, Mickey, Brandon, Lalou, Cryptic, Killer for Hire, John, Kieran, welcome. How are you all? Did you enjoy the game? I think Charlie did our watch along today, so thank you to Charlie for covering for me on that one. I think he did a good job. I'm sure he did a great job. How do you guys feel about the game? Liverpool fan says, nice to have you back. Welcome home, pal, says Carl. I'm just literally in the door, guys. I just got home. Just literally taking this thing off, as you can see there. My media pass for the game. So, just literally taking it off. Just got in the door and I said, I'll jump on, do a quick stream with you guys, see how you're feeling about the game. And to see if you're happy about it. I mean, there's one thing I want to make abundantly clear, by the way, while I'm starting here. I thought the referee today was so biased towards us that it wasn't even funny. Usually we're on moaning about referees and how shitty they are, but today I thought he was so pro Liverpool that it isn't funny. I mean, where we were sitting inside the stadium in the media area, we had we were lucky enough to be able to see replays. So we had a little screen in front of us and we could see replays. So a couple of decisions for Napoli's offside goals were hilarious. They were completely onside. It was amazing though. It was a great day. Got off to a great start for the guys. 2-0 up, I think, after 8 or 9 minutes. Absolutely quality. And people are saying in the chat here, Mr. LB is saying the team looked good. The team looked brilliant. That's the thing. The team looked absolutely brilliant today. They were at it from the off. The forwards look so sharp. Mane, Salah, the runs they were making were unbelievable. Someone's mentioned Shaqiri there, who came on in the second half. I think it was Declan Hopwood said Shaqiri is boss. He really looks like he can play anywhere in either that attacking mid position or across the front line. It was brilliant to see. Cryptic game and says Alisson a save when he hit it backwards. The one thing about Alisson, the one thing I noticed today, time and time again, was the range of passing. The range of options that we suddenly had when the goalkeeper had the ball at his feet. It was absolutely crazy. Brandon said, did you see Milner's head? I did. At the press conference, Kloppo said that he needed 15 stitches. 15 stitches, Jesus Christ. It's going to take him a while to be fit, to be fair. 15 stitches, that's going to take a while to heal. But it didn't look too bad from where we were sitting. But then obviously with the replays and stuff, and him going, 15 stitches, that's absolutely nuts. But Alisson, I just want to talk about Alisson. Before we talk about anything else, guys, can we just take a minute to talk about Alisson? You could almost feel the relief inside the stadium. Every time Alisson got the ball, he was being applauded. It was just, brilliant, well done Alisson, brilliant, fantastic. Everything, no matter what he did, it was just applause all around the stadium. You can almost feel the relief from the Liverpool fans that we finally have a goalkeeper in who we have a little bit of confidence in. We haven't had that feeling for a while, and I'm probably being a bit unfair to Karius here because there was a period last season where we probably were fairly confident with Karius, but today it was just like a different level. It was nuts. It was absolutely crazy. Am I going to say that Alisson didn't make mistakes? Nope, he did. I thought on the one he knocked around the post, I thought that he probably could have held it. If I'm being honest, and I always try to be honest and give a fair opinion, but I thought his distribution was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Some of the passes he was picking were just, if you got them from your deep line midfielder, you'd be over the moon. So great in that sense. Great to see all the guys get minutes in their legs. Great to get the result. I mean, a 5-0 victory over Napoli, who aren't a bad side at all. It should have been 5-1 because one of their goals was blatantly onside. But it's crazy. I'm just reading through the chat again. Great atmosphere. Alisson's everybody's man crush. As he said, hi Craig, my uncle's in the stadium with his boy and he had a blast today. That's one thing I want to touch on. The amount of children inside the Aviva Stadium today was an absolute pleasure to see. It was so lovely to see all these young Reds, just 7, 8, 9, 10 years of age with their parents, enjoying the game, getting to see their heroes, and you just see on the back of everybody's shirt. I mean, it was almost all Firmino and Mo Salah's on the back of shirts. I'm not gonna lie, but it was absolutely beautiful to see so many happy people. The kids got to go see their heroes. They did disappoint. The guys banged in 5 goals. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. The press conference then afterwards was interesting. Klopp was asked about any more business to be done, and he said yes. And then he was being pressed as to whether they're incomings or outgoings, and he just wouldn't answer. He refused to either rule it out or he refused to say it was going to happen. So it's crazy. It didn't seem like a pre-season Cameron, mate. You're right. It didn't. We seemed like we were up for it today. Who was your guys' man of the match, by the way? Really like to see that one, because obviously being in the stadium sometimes you get a different impression of things. So I'd love to know who you believe was man of the match. I thought Naby Keita had a quiet one today, to be fair. I thought it was, I see somebody asking there, Lalou said, how was Naby Keita? I thought it was one of his quieter, less impactful games, if I'm being honest, since he's joined. And now he is his first game back. I don't want to say since his injury, because he's only just here, but it's his first game since his neck strain. But I just thought that maybe he was holding back a bit. Maybe Klopp told him just to get the minutes in his legs and not go full out. But he was fairly quiet for me. Just looking across the front line, as I said, Mane I thought was brilliant. Everything that was good about Liverpool seemed to be going through Mane or Salah in that first half. I thought Joe Gomez was okay today as well. There wasn't much really. Not much went through Kleiny in the first half, to be fair. There wasn't a lot out there on his side. I thought Andy Robertson was good. He did give the ball away needlessly once. But all in all, it just really seemed like a really good day. Cryptic Gaming said, did you meet anyone? I did, but you know what? Don't ask me any names. It was nuts today, guys. Honestly, it was absolutely crazy from the moment we got to the stadium until the moment we got inside. Even inside, even trying to meet up with people inside the media area was nuts today, because there was just so many people we knew. Everywhere I turned today, there was somebody I knew. There was somebody I hadn't seen in a while. It was just like meeting up with old friends all around the place. It was absolutely brilliant. I do owe an apology to Skipper Dog, by the way. I'm sure he's not watching this. I'm sure he's in Dublin on the piss. I do owe Skipper Dog an apology, because I just couldn't get out to meet him. When he had got there to meet us, we just left. We'd just gone into the media zone and we were getting something to eat. So I feel sorry that I didn't get to go out and meet Skipper Dog. So I do apologise on that one. But killer for hire's going Keita or Mane for man of the match. I thought Keita was quiet, if I'm being honest, but just my view. Milner was class, actually, Junior, to be fair, and Genie as well. Genie does love an out goal outside of Anfield, doesn't he? He's like 2-2 now almost at this point. Did you meet Salah? No, mate, I didn't get to meet Salah. Curtis Jones is good, said Brandon Kelly. He really is. He carried on his impressive form through pre-season. I thought he did very well. And I thought, look, I know he didn't get long on the field, but I thought Nate Phillips looked quite good as well when he came on. Do you know what? Actually, in the press conference afterwards, Klopp was very, very, very complimentary of Queevy and Kelleher, the young Irish goalkeeper. So yeah, it kind of leads me to believe that Klopp really does see a future for this guy at the club. Oh look, there's our Charlie in there. Charlie saying hello. Charlie, mate, thank you. Everybody's saying how great a job you did earlier on, buddy. Thank you so much. It was brilliant to have you cover for me. Hopefully you can do it again on another occasion. But thank you, mate. It was absolutely quality. Kaiser saying 5-0. El Chapo was in. Hello to you, sir. Brandon Kelly. Hopeful Curtis gets a few minutes in pre-season or in this season. Yeah, he deserves it, Brandon, mate. He does. He's been very, very good. He's definitely been my young player of the pre-season so far. I say so far, there's only the Torino game left. So look, he's been the young player of the pre-season for me. But yeah, I was very, very impressed with him again when he came on. Right, what else have we got? Xabi Alisson is going to start so many goals this season, says Kill for Hire. He is quality. Give me some credit. I don't ever claim to be an expert on anything on here, guys, but I was banging this drum for a long time about what Alisson Becker will bring with regards to distribution and the ball at his feet. It's a whole another level. I mean, as good as Jan Oblak is, and Jan Oblak is probably a better goalkeeper from a shot stopping point of view, but what we need, I've always said, Alisson Becker is the goalkeeper that we needed. His distribution is crazy. His confidence, as somebody said earlier on, the guy just oozes confidence. I was watching him during his warm-up as well. He just has this aura of calm, confidence, assurance, everything that you want from a goalkeeper. You get that same aura as well from Virgil van Dijk. I watched Virgil a lot through today's game, and he was talking everybody through the game. He was a real leader back there, as you'd expect. I mean, we know he is a leader. Charlie said it was fun. Shame my laptop died. El Chapo was saving me from the spam trolls all day. That made Charlie, the mods we have are brilliant for that. I can't say how often the guys have saved me from spamming and trolls as well during live streams. Yeah, El Chapo is brilliant. You gotta love El Chapo. He's always on the money. Bad Guitarist said could be top of the league come Sunday. I was thinking about that on the way home. What my score prediction is going to be for that West Ham game. And do you know what? I think we can really give them a spanking. If our form in pre-season is anything to go by, and the levels that we seem to already be at with both our fitness, our sharpness, intensity of play, everything seems to be there. So I'm thinking, you know what, we can hit the ground rolling. And I'd be fairly sure that a lot of the players we've seen play 60 minutes today are going to be starting next week. You may not see these players, is it Tuesday against Torino? If memory serves me correct, it's Tuesday. You may not see these players play on Tuesday. So Klopp did mention that again in the press conference, that he could possibly struggle to put a team out against Torino. He hasn't got a clue who to play. Martin O'Neill said, don't forget the Becker beard. You can't undervalue a good beard, Martin, you're right. It's like a Perlo beard, only better, he said. Yeah, a good beard does help calm people down as well, so you're absolutely right. Bend it like Becker, says Matt, which is quality. Allison pinged a 60-yarder to Salah, said Johnny Longlegs 80. He did, he was quality. I said to you before, there was another beautiful body played out to Klein on the right hand side. That Klein did well to keep in play, to be fair, but his distribution is just quality, and we're going to get to enjoy this for years to come. Absolutely fucking delighted today, guys. Delighted with that. It's only pre-season, the result means nothing, but it's more about the style of play and what we're seeing on the field. Goals, great. Goals are the icing on the cake, but it's about the quality of performance. And I thought it was amazing today. Charlie, I noticed your comment there, mate, that you said there was a lot of Napoli fans in, and we did see that. We were watching the chat as well when we could, and there did seem to be a lot of Napoli fans in the live stream today. Just to let you know, Charlie, by the way, that live stream broke our records. We had over 30,000 views of that live stream today, guys, which is absolutely nuts. So thank you again, Charlie, for that one, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Cryptic Gaming said, I haven't been here long, but I have to go because I'm getting tired. Don't go to sleep at 3 a.m. last night. I'm exhausted, Craig. Not a bother, buddy. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for just popping in and saying hello. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, my friend, and I will catch up with you soon. Liverpool fan said, do you think Mane will sign a new contract? 1000% yes. Absolutely, without any doubt in my mind whatsoever, Sadio Mane will sign that new contract. He looked good. I like seeing him in that number 10, actually. I don't know if it's giving him a new lease of life or confidence or something, but I thought Sadio Mane looked really good in that 10. Yeah, so it's just impressive all around. And somebody pointed out to me today, our starting 11 went somewhere along the lines of 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, something like that for our starting 11 today, which was really unusual. Kelfahar said, I like our high line discipline, shows that we're shown as well. 4 or 5 offsides created in the final third. We were just brilliant all over the park. I struggled to pick out bad performances today or negatives. It was just brilliant. Will Salah be as deadly as last season, says Nevo? I suppose my honest answer there is probably no. I don't think it's fair of us to expect him to hit 40 plus goals again. For me, it will be a successful season if he hits 25. If he hits 25 goals this year, I'm going to be over the moon. But as long as the team as a whole, Nevo, mate, hits them goals, whether they're spread out between Mane, Salah, Firmino, maybe Sturridge comes in, bags a few, maybe Shaqiri bags himself 8 or 10 goals. As long as the goals are being scored, then, you know, it's not going to be an issue. But look, I'm sure he believes that he can come in and have a season like he did last year, so we can't rule it out. The guy is quality. He's absolute quality. He glides across the field. What else have we got? Everyone smash the like button, says the child who lives in the bin. Yeah, why not, guys? Do. And if you're watching this, I know Charlie got an awful lot of subs earlier on, but if you are watching this, welcome. Firstly, as I always say, thank you for joining in. Do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and become part of the motherfucking solution, because this solution is growing, folks. Day by day, bit by bit, we're getting there. 2,600 subs now, something like that. I mean, come on, it doesn't seem long ago we were celebrating 2,000, so thank you all for that. Now, slight tangent now, shall we say. I want to just turn our attention to our good old friend Gareth Mulbridge for a moment. I'd almost ceased hostilities to a degree with Gareth until I noticed his little post from his Twitter account today, basically slagging off Liverpool fans, and not just slagging off Liverpool fans. He was basically being what I would almost consider racist to an extent, in the way that, I don't know if you guys have seen the post, so it's going to be tough for me to describe it, but basically Gark is on his holidays and somebody comes up to him. Maybe it was somebody trying to sell him something, maybe it was somebody trying to communicate with him, I don't know, maybe it was a mate of his taking the piss, I don't know, but he was just being an absolute prick in the way he was talking back to this person, and it was kind of, you could work out the word wanker or something from the other person, but that was about it. The rest was almost illegible or inaudible, sorry. But the caption that he put on this video when he put it out was something along the lines of Liverpool fans around the world talking about it's going to be our year, or even over here we're talking about Liverpool fans saying it's going to be our year, something slanderously fucking horrible like that. So Gark, my friend, I will be seeing you soon. I will be making it my fucking mission to make this Twitter or this YouTube account GarkFest 2018. I will be thinking up the greatest Gark put downs you can ever think of in your life, buddy. And Garkapalooza is going to be up on this motherfucker. I was going to let it go, but fuck you, Gark. Fuck you, Mr. Mulbridge, and we will be coming for your ass, my friend. You have now started a fucking war on here. A war in a nice, friendly way, no physical stuff involved, but my god, who the fuck does that prick think he is, talking about our beautiful fan base like that? You silly, silly little fucking prat. Anyway, as I said, apology for the tangent. That was something that really annoyed me earlier on today. Some things I know people do to just wind up, but that one for me crossed the line, and that was beyond banter. That was beyond trying to get people to come onto his channel. That was just, it was over the line as far as I was concerned. Gark said I watched the stream, and Gark said he pulled the knife out on him while he was streaming. Yeah, let's be honest here. If somebody pulled a knife out on Gark, he would have shit his little pants. So there's no way that he sat there calmly telling somebody to fuck off while somebody pulled a knife on him. Come on. If somebody said boo to him, he'd wet his little knicker. So let's be honest, he's talking out his arse and he's trying to cover his arse today. He thought he was being fucking clever, but he was found out and he knows he went too far. So I don't believe a word of what Mr. Gark Mulbridge said. He's a fucking prick. Mustafa says, hello Craig, how are you today? I am excellent, buddy. I'm over the moon. It's always great to get to see the Reds live. And yeah, it was, what a result. Not all Garks are idiots. No, my friend, you're the exception that proves the rule. You're definitely not an idiot. Our own Gark, shall we say. We do love our own Gark. People have to realise the significance of a fit and firing Sturridge right now. If he wasn't here ready, no way would he have bought somebody of his calibre to be back up, said diehard Reds. I agree. I mean, another goal for Danny Sturridge today. He only came on in the second half, fair enough, but his fitness has held up so far throughout the entire pre-season. So that's all we've said all along, isn't it? If Danny Sturridge's fitness can hold up, then we know we've got a quality player there and somebody who can be great backup. And his fitness so far has held up. So maybe Klopp is going to have a roll of the dice. Maybe we are going to go into the season with Daniel Sturridge as their cover. I still stand over what I say. I still think we're going to see one more come in. I've no idea who that'll be, but I really think we're going to see one more player come through the doors at Melwood this week. It's obvious Mane will sign when they return to Anfield. He's on tour, says Matt, and I think similarly, buddy. I think definitely we're going to see. I mean, the club will like to make a big deal of it, of course, to make Mane feel special, and rightly so. They should exactly be doing that. So maybe when we have a little bit of bad news, that's when we might get the good news. So you've seen that. That's the way the club tend to do stuff, trying to bury bad news with good news. So how great is it as well that the club are finally doing something for the local fans in and around the Torino game? They're putting on events around the city, I think, a couple of parks, fan zones throughout the city, stuff for the kids, all day long stuff as well, which is brilliant to see. So well done to Liverpool on that one. Craig, if I see Gark, he's getting a Stockton slap. I do like that one, said El Chapo. Ryan said I watched the video and he didn't mention us in voice. Must have been wrote on the Twitter. It was the, you know, when you post a video, you can put a caption over the video. It was in that he spoke about the Scousers, mate, or the Liverpool fans. You're right, correct. He didn't mention us in the video. It was the retweeting of that video or the posting of the video with the caption. That's where he went over the line. Garth Mulberry said it was a fruit seller. Do you know what? I honestly think, hand on heart, I think that was somebody he knew taking the piss. I think that was a setup. Listen to the tone of the way the guy is speaking. It's almost too fakely foreign, if you get where I'm coming from. And the word wanker over and over again. The way that word was even spoken, to me, just didn't seem real. None of that seemed legit to me. It seemed like a complete fucking setup. And to say that he had a knife pulled on him, as I said, any of us here, we may all claim to be fucking hard men or women or whatever, but somebody pulls a knife on you, you're not going to stay sitting there. You're going to at least stand up or get yourself in a position where you're better able to defend yourself if that's the case. There's no way Mammy's special little soldier Gark sat there if somebody pulled a knife on him. I'm not having that. Liam said, lost a fiver on a 6-0 bet. Slanky went missed. That sitter cost me a fair few quid, but I'm made up with the performance of the squad. Unlucky there, mate. I mean, you went really, really optimistic with a 6-0, but you know what? You weren't far off. The performance of their goalkeeper, by the way, can we talk about that for a second? Alberto Moreno's goal was straight at him, should have been saved. Daniel Sturridge's goal came after the goalkeeper made an absolute hames of a shot from, was it Origi on the left-hand side? If our keeper had have let in some of the goals that their goalkeeper let in today, fuck me, would our fans have gone into meltdown. So if that's the keeper that they're going to the season with, then Jesus Christ, Napoli are in trouble. Because they really, really need a better replacement for Pepe Reina. And they may have signed one, I don't know. But that guy that was in goal today for Napoli was absolutely shocking. And Insigne, oh, little Insigne. He's a dinty, winty little man. He's tiny. I didn't realise quite how small Insigne was. Jesus, he's tiny. He's about the size of a corner flag. Who do you think was man of the match today, apart from the usual, says Dirty Girl? It is tough to say, because as I said, I've seen so many different players, and everybody was... Who am I going to give it to? Do you know what? Who am I going to give it to? I honestly can't make up my mind yet. Let me process this through in my head. Apologies for the dead air there as well. I hate going silent like that, but there was so many good performances. Shaqiri only played, half an hour or so, but I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was really, really lively when he came on. James Milner played really well when he was on, until he got his head injury. Mane played well. Salah played okay. He was well marshalled by Koulibaly, actually, if I'm being honest. I was very impressed with how well Koulibaly was dealing with Mo Salah and pushing him out wide and wider on the right hand side. So yeah, very impressed with Koulibaly, but I think it was more a case of there was no obvious standout man of the match for me today. It was just a case of everybody playing well, and I was impressed by so many people. Louis said, hi Craig, did you and Connor enjoy the game today? We really did. We had amazing seats. We were right in the front row of the media section. Really, really good seats. We had TV monitors in front of us with replays being shown and stuff. It was a great day all around. And Connor got to meet James Pearce. So, you know, everything that you could have asked for happened today. It's always surreal sitting in a room, by the way, with Jurgen Klopp. So when the press conference came and you're sitting like 10 feet from Jurgen Klopp and you're trying to be professional, but every bone in your body wants to run up and hug him and kiss him and lick him and never let go and just tell him how fucking amazing he is. But you can't do that when you're in these situations. Sadly, these things are frowned upon. I mean, who would have thought? But we did grab a few pictures, to be fair. We were professionally unprofessional, I think is the way to say. We were getting pictures, we were getting selfies, we were taking pictures of Klopp while he was talking in the press conference. We just said, fuck it, let's enjoy this. And we did. I got a picture of Connor sitting in Klopp's chair before the press conference. Yeah, we enjoyed ourselves. We did what we thought we could get away with without getting thrown out. So it was good fun. It was a great day. Brandon said, Craig, I'm looking for a ticket for this season. What home game would you recommend to go to? Spurs is always a really good game if you can get a ticket, mate. Yeah, I really enjoy the Spurs games. Arsenal is always another good game to go to. If you're looking for a tier below, then possibly somebody like Southampton maybe would be another one. You usually guaranteed a few goals in that game. It depends again on what part of the season it is, buddy. If it's a weekend game, a midweek game. Personally, if I could make any suggestion to you for absolutely any game, I'm a sucker for games under the lights at Anfield. It's always a European game for me if I can get over. I generally, they're the ones I try to get to. So if I could say any game to you, buddy, I'd say a Champions League game. Because there's something special about a European night at Anfield, under the lights, in the winter when it's cold. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. As you said, the Echo was impressed with Salah. Cameron said, oh no, Cameron's just answering somebody else. Mighty Lad said, been on every stream for the past month. Keep up the great work, mate. Up the fucking Reds. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much for the kind words, and thank you for your support. That means a lot to us. It really does. So I hope you continue to come on every stream for the next month and you continue to enjoy them. But thank you, mate. That does mean a lot. Stephen said, I reckon James Milner was man of the match. He was really good. He's really, really good. He's been another player who's just gone about his business in pre-season very well. Obviously, we're picking up 15 stitches today. You know, we're probably not going to see him for a couple of weeks anyway until that wound heals. Although, you know, never say never, depending on where those stitches are. We've seen players play with headbands and stuff on them, so never say never. Ray said, evening Reds, greetings from the Italian outpost where all of my mates who support Napoli have gone missing. There was actually fuck all Napoli fans inside the stadium, Ray, and I was expecting a few. There was lots of media. I'll give them that one. There was a fair amount of Italian media there today, certainly more than there was Bilbao media last year for that game. So yeah, there was definitely a lot of media there from Napoli. And do you know what? Ancelotti didn't even come in and do the press conference. Actually, he just stayed in the mix zone, I think, and he did a few bits there for the Italian journalists, but he didn't come into the press conference. So that was a little bit disappointing that we didn't get to see him. Anne said, would pay to watch Craig Chin Gark. I'd much rather sit in a room and make a show of him mentally. I'd much rather do it that way. I'd never want to get physical with anybody. It's absolutely not my way. I'd much rather make a show of him sitting down in a room with words than that. The picture of Chris Bascom, said Charlie. Yeah, that was a funny. So for anyone that hasn't seen or isn't on Twitter, we put up a picture of myself and Connor. It was like we took a selfie, but James Pearce was sitting right behind us in the press conference. So we took the image and James Pearce was there, but I didn't notice that Chris Bascom was behind James Pearce. So I put up a picture saying, who's this superhero behind me and Connor? And then obviously Chris Bascom looked like somebody just pissed all over his cornflakes or something behind us. He looked really, really pissed off, which he wasn't actually, I should say. I did speak to Chris Bascom earlier on. It was a stupid conversation about nothing important, but he was in fine form, so it must have just been a bad picture. El Chapo said, Liverpool are back on the big stage. Eat it up, haters. We fucking certainly are, buddy. We are, and I cannot wait for this season to start. Time is ticking. We're 1 week away from Liverpool starting the Premier League campaign. God, this is I don't want to say it, but this could be a good year. Let's just put it that way. This could be a very good year. Anne said, hope he didn't cheer too loud, Craig. You know what the posh. I fucking did. I jumped up and cheered and screamed every single goal, buddy. Don't you worry about that. And anybody who came over to tell me otherwise would have been told to go fuck themselves. Yeah, I don't care where I am, media section or not. If Liverpool score, I'm celebrating. El Chapo said, Liverpool versus Everton, the 1st of December is the game I'm going to, and a great game, buddy. Absolutely quality game. Connor said, have half an hour to wait before I pick up my dad. Cheers for keeping me from getting bored. You're welcome, Connor, mate. Did you enjoy the game, Connor? People I'm sure in the chat here want to know if you enjoyed the game today. Obviously you got to meet your superhero man, James Pearce, so that's always a plus. But did you enjoy the game? And again, from behalf of myself and Connor, Charlie, thank you for everything today, buddy. Best place to get tickets for the new season, Colin. Honestly, mate, I wish I had an answer. I'm going to end up getting them through either a travel agent and having to pay through the fucking nose for them, or going on the beg on Twitter or something trying to find them. I don't have a source for tickets to games, mate. I'm like everybody else. I'm scrambling around for the games I'm trying to get to, just trying to get them where I can, and a lot of the time it's a last minute thing. Joseph said, the You'll Never Walk Alone at the start of the match was class, as good as anywhere, some crowd. I got a video of that one, so that was nice. I'll probably upload that to the YouTube channel tomorrow maybe. But yeah, I did get a lovely video of the You'll Never Walk Alone. Attendance today was 51,512, if memory serves me correct, which was pretty much nearly a full house at the Aviva. There was a couple of odd seats around here or there, like there was no sections empty, but pretty much a full house, so that's great to see. Ron Carlisle said LFC are scoring goals for fun, and they most certainly are, Ron. It's a beautiful thing to see. I hope we take this in to the pre-season, or to the season, excuse me, the fucking pre-season, into the season, and carry on the goal scoring form that we finished up last year with. A lot of great to see so many people are happy on here. A lot of people are really, really positive about our upcoming season, which is great. Online through one of the rip-off companies, £181 a ticket, says El Chapo. That's what it is, mate. It's fucking disgusting, isn't it? Some of the prices you have to pay for tickets. It's absolutely disgusting. Louis said, Craig, I wouldn't mind our last signing to be Koulibaly. Haven't seen any links with him recently though. You're not going to see us signing Koulibaly because it will take Virgil van Dijk money to get Koulibaly. I would say you're talking 60 million plus, and he's quite a bit older. I think he's 27 or 28 as well, so he's a few years on Virgil van Dijk. I can't see that one happening. If anybody was ever to sign him, it looked most likely to be Chelsea. And particularly now with Sarri after going there, you'd imagine if anybody was going to sign him, it would be Chelsea. As he said, I don't like to bring them up, but I hope no one from the Irish Sun was at the press conference since I was worried about this. Please confirm it didn't happen. I don't know who's there from where, mate, because everybody had their own badges on, but nobody was saying hi James Pearce from the Echo or hi Craig from Anfield Agenda. Nobody was introducing where they were from when they were asking questions, so I would be amazed if there was somebody there, but I don't know is the honest answer. I'd imagine Liverpool would have basically said, look, no. So I don't know is my honest answer, mate, but I didn't see anybody, if that can give you an answer. These are dark times for United, said Pooch Mount. They most certainly are. And you know my answer to this one, guys, about United. Fuck them. Fuck them. It's what they deserve. Merseyside Derby is on Cameron's birthday, which is class. Remind me to say happy birthday at the time, buddy. Liverpool fan says, Craig, I love your attitude towards haters. Should probably take some inspiration from it. This is the way I look at life, mate. I used to worry about what people thought and said about me, and I mean really worry, like sit there and think it through over and over and over again. But then I sat down and I spoke to somebody who gave me some great insight on things, and they said to me, look, why spend energy worrying about people that are never going to like you and have no interest in seeing you succeed at anything in life? Why not take that energy and use it on the people you love, your family, your friends, the people who want you to succeed, the people who want to see you do well? And it's the best piece of advice I've ever been given, and I've tried to stick to it ever since. So anybody that does come on, troll, hate me or anybody else, fuck them. That's the only thing I can say. Fuck them. Nothing you're going to say is going to win them over. Why not take that conversation time and interact with you or Junior or Liam or Louis or somebody like that? That's the way I look at it. So I think it's the right way to look at things. It certainly made my life an awful lot better. I've been an awful lot less angry. I've had less headaches from frowning and being tense and stuff. So why not? It's a good piece of advice that I was given, and if there's one thing I can ever pass on here, then it would be that. Far Isle said, by the way, Juve are leading Real in the ICC. It's a really good actually competition. I like the way they've gone about this. I like that pre-season now consists of big teams playing big teams, which is lovely to see. Particularly from a fan's point of view, getting to see the big teams playing each other when they're travelling around the world. But you also want to make sure that the likes of Liverpool playing Tranmere, Liverpool playing Bury, Liverpool playing Stockport or whoever it is, that doesn't go away. Because that's also important to keep those links there with these local clubs, and perhaps to help with gates and stuff like that, to help keep these clubs ticking over. So I'm glad to see the club have done that as well this year, as well as obviously the tour over to America. Was Allison good, says Jason McCabe. He was, mate. His distribution was mwah. It was absolute quality. He was pinging 60, 70 yard passes. And I'm not just talking about one or two here. I mean, dude was banging them left, right, and centre. It was really, really good. He he touched the shot round the post that I really think he should have done better with, if I'm being honest. But safety first. The ball didn't go into the goal. That's all we can ask for. Excuse me. How many Napoli fans were there, I wonder, said Cobra. Very few that I seen. Honestly, very, very few. I seen maybe 7, 8 outside when I was looking to go in. But yeah, nothing else. I didn't see any else. I was looking for little pockets of them inside the stadium, and from where I was, I couldn't see them. Connor said, sitting in the same room as Klopp was class. It's surreal, isn't it? Let's be honest, Connor, it's surreal. Being able to be that close to him, yeah, it was surreal. It's the second time it's happened for me, but it was still surreal. You really do just want to go up and just hug him and kiss him and tell him how brilliant he is. And Connor said sitting in the same room as James Pearce means that like his life has been made now. That's it. He's done. The market has inflated. 100 million is equivalent to a 30 million quid player just a couple of years ago. I think you're pretty much spot on. It is hard to get a gauge on what players are worth, and it's hard to get a gauge on what our players are worth if we're looking to move them on. Because how many of us have said 24 million for Danny Ings? That seems a pretty high figure. But as you've rightly said, Kigby, if you put that into this market and see what other clubs are playing for players, then 24 million for Danny Ings doesn't seem in any way out of the ordinary or out of reach. It seems like a pretty reasonable fee for a Premier League quality footballer. So it's a tough one. It is tough to gauge. Sua says, hi from Nigeria. Hello to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Ant said, hope you get over this season, Craig, for a pint. I will be over. No surer thing, Ant, mate, than I will be over there this season. When? I don't know. But I will definitely be over. And I'm always happy to meet anyone when I'm over there. I usually go over for a couple of days, so definitely have more time. Liam said, gained 80 subs in the last 2 hours, nicely done. Yeah, what are we at now actually on the subs? Because when we were on the way home in the car, I think we were at like 2,600 in and around then. So I'll be interested to know how we are. Have we gone past that? Charlie did a great job. We got a chance to watch some of it back on the way, and I think he did a smashing job. Maybe I'm out of a job. Maybe I can just sit back now and let Charlie do it and I can just relax. Bad Guitarist said, seen a few Chelsea and City shirts at our match today. Shouldn't they be watching their own team? You know what, mate, why not? I mean, they probably want to watch some good football, and what better place to see good football than when Liverpool rock up to town. Pooch Mount said, Mane will be sensational this season. I just know it. I said the very same thing to Connor on the way home, Pooch Mount. I said, I'm going to put money on Mane to score next week. I just have a feeling that he's going to hit the ground running this year. And that, as I said earlier on the stream, that number 10, I know it's a simple thing, but it really seems to have given him a lift. He seems really at home there. And the front three that we have, I mean, Jesus Christ, how spoiled are we? How amazing is it to have those boys there? And now with Sturridge still being fit, great. With Shaqiri coming in there as backup, brilliant. I mean, things are starting to fall into place for us. Let's just hope we can get through the season with as few injuries as possible. Maybe we'll see somebody else come in before the window closes. I don't know. We'll definitely see some outgoings. Definitely. I'd imagine there's going to be 3 or 4, if not maybe more, going out. And let's not forget, the outgoings won't just stop next Thursday when the window closes for the Premier League, because the likes of Mignolet, Karius, keepers like that, or other players that are willing to go back abroad can still move until the window closes at the end of August. So it's only Premier League clubs that are stopped from buying when the window closes. So we may still move on other players once we get past this window. But for the likes of Danny Ings and that, you'd imagine that a move has to be sorted out by next week. Louis said, well then, he's just signed a new deal. I'd say that deal is signed. I'd just say they're waiting for the right time. As somebody pointed out, maybe it's when they get back to Liverpool that we'll see that one come out. It looks like it's done and dusted. Charlie said, did you get to ask a question? We could have, mate. Honestly, we could have. The opportunity was there, but I didn't know what the point was. I didn't know what. It was there, we could have, yeah, but no, is the answer. We didn't, because what could we have said that wasn't going to be asked, that hadn't already been asked? I already know that he listens to the Anfield Agenda podcast, clearly, because, I mean, who doesn't? But no, we did get a chance, but no, we didn't ask. And Louis said, Craig, what question did you ask? I didn't bother. I didn't bother asking a question, mate. Matthew Phillips says, let me polish you. Okay, why not? You're welcome to have a go. But high quality polish only, Matthew. None of the cheap shit, baby. Turtle wax all the way. And I like my head to be buffed when you're finished. I need a good shine. Cobra said, was funny reading some comments saying how they don't want Shaqiri and he's going to be a quality signing. It is. I mean, I said all along that I didn't know how Shaqiri would work out. Absolutely no idea how he'd work out, but it was definitely worth a roll of the dice for the money. For 13.5 million quid, that seemed like a no-brainer. So he's, you know what, I've been very pleasantly surprised so far. It's too early to say what's going to happen yet, but I've been really pleasantly surprised to see how he's hit the ground running. Ryan said, did Combat go to the Red Men show? He did indeed. He was there last night. Yep, he absolutely did attend. Mickey said, I'm off to the Torino game. All day family fun from LFC, starting at Liverpool 1, then Fan Park, which is great to see, Mickey, isn't it? I mean, we've seen the way Liverpool have gone out of their way, went overseas to accommodate fans, and rightly so. They should be doing that. They should be doing more to reach out to fans and make themselves more accessible when they're on tour like that. But it's nice to see that as well when they're back in Liverpool. And yes, I understand that it wouldn't be feasible to have open training sessions and that at Liverpool, because there's a difference between 1,500 or 2,000 fans going to an open training session in America and what they'd get rocking up if they did one in Liverpool. So I get where they're coming from in that sense. What else have we got? Klopp signing is quality. Name one that's flopped in the last 2 years. None is the answer. Or any Klopp signing. Yeah, I was only thinking that the other day, Liam. It's very, very hard to pick out a Klopp signing that hasn't worked out. Karius is probably the only one, if we're being honest. He's probably the only one that hasn't worked out as well as we would have hoped. But even at that, he wasn't a complete disaster. It ended, or it has ended badly so far for him, but never say never. Onwards and upwards, says Liam. Bale just scored a screamer. Oh, it's not surprised. He's a quality player, isn't he? He's an absolute quality player. We've seen the goal he scored against Usher in the Champions League final. Fucking ridiculous. Craig, why don't we buy another keeper and put Alisson in midfield? Yeah, I said to Connor, it's like having a quarterback back there, isn't it? In goal now. It's like having somebody that can just go ping, 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 play balls over players, around players. It's just so great to have somebody there so full of confidence, and for the team and the fans to just feel that confidence. Somebody pointed out earlier on that Alisson just exudes confidence, and he does. He really does have that presence about him. I was so happy to be able to sit there, watch his warm up, watch him go through his routine, see him make his first appearance for Liverpool. I'm privileged. I feel really privileged to have been able to be there for that one, because as I said before, guys, I'm a former keeper, so it's a position that I have a lot of interest in. I'm not one that really... I do like a goal scorer. I do like a Mo Salah. I do like a Firmino. But the goalkeeper position for me is somewhere that I feel very strongly about, and probably one of the reasons why I've disliked Simon Mignolet so much. To see Alisson come in there today and look as calm and reassured as he did, and look like I think a Liverpool goalkeeper should look like. It was brilliant. It was a breath of fresh air, and it really filled me full of confidence for what's coming. Farrell said, Craig, have the perfect foil. If Liverpool win the league, you have to grow your hair out and dye it red. What do you think? Can we compromise on that? Can I grow a mohawk? Will that be okay? I'll do that one. I'd grow a little mohawk down here and dye it red. I'll let it grow to about that height though. So if we can compromise on that one, then we have a deal. Joseph said, you're going to be watching the UFC fights tonight. Honest answer is I don't know. Haven't thought about it yet. I do have the channel with the fights on it, so possibly. And we are going to be doing a watch along actually of the Conor McGregor-Khabib fight. I know it's nothing to do with Liverpool, but somebody suggested it last night, so why not? 6th of October, I'm actually going on holidays a couple of days after that. So yeah, 6th of October, Conor McGregor versus Khabib. We're going to be doing a watch along on here. If UFC is your thing, join us that night. It should be a bit of fun. I will be back in the hot seat for a watch along on Tuesday as well. Is it Tuesday? Somebody put me right on this if I'm wrong. For for the Torino game anyway. I'll be back in the hot seat for that one, doing another live stream. Charlie did a brilliant job today, mate. Thank you so much for that one. I will stay on here for another 20-25 minutes, guys, and then I'm going to head off. I see Everton lost again in pre-season, by the way. So the 22-0 win that they had, are they still up on aggregate? Because they've been fucking beaten time and time again this season, this pre-season. What else have we got? Are you heading to the West Ham game? Says Thomas Kennedy. No, mate, I'm not. Probably won't get over to many this side of Christmas because of our family holiday to Orlando. It's taken up all of our money. We're saving like demons to get there, buddy. As I'm sure you can guess, going to Orlando isn't cheap, and we like to do things properly if we do them. So we're saving really hard, and some of that saving, of course, the sacrifices are me cutting down or minimising the amount of games I go to before we go away in October. So it'll probably be November before I get over there, if I'm being honest, and it kills me because usually I'd have got 2 or 3 in by then. So no, unfortunately that's the answer, buddy. I won't be over for the West Ham game, although I would love to be. Oh, good news on Vida, by the way. Good news on Vida. And not from a Liverpool perspective. I mean, good news from people like me who don't fucking want them. He was linked with somebody else today earlier on. Who was it? Arsenal. I think it was Arsenal. I'm fairly sure it was Arsenal. I may be wrong. But there was another Premier League club really strongly linked to Vida today, which I see as fucking great news, because I've said it time and time again. The equine-haired freak isn't good enough to play for Liverpool. He's just not good enough. Somebody else had something here. Alpha says, you played professional, mate. No, I didn't play professional. I played international. I played for Ireland under 14, under 16s. I played for my county, which is Dublin, in what's called the Kennedy Cup. I played at a very high level in junior football, absolutely. But no, I never quite went professional. It wasn't good enough. I mean, what can you say? Just be honest about it. It wasn't good enough. I could have had trials. Wolves, I could have had trials at Tranmere Rovers at the time. I played in a few high level tournaments. Some of the guys I did play with did go on to have pretty decent careers, and nobody really broke through and became a superstar, but just wasn't good enough. I mean, I could come on and give you 50 excuses about drink or finding girls or getting lazy or whatever, but look, the truth is I just mustn't have been good enough. I was good enough to play at a high level breaking through, but you know, when I got to the crux of it, I obviously wasn't good enough to make it as a pro, so it's a shame, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't change my childhood and the experiences I got playing football and the tournaments I got to play in and stuff. No, it wouldn't change it for the world. Please mention Curtis Jones, said Imran Khan. We spoke about him briefly earlier on in the stream, mate. He's been my young player of the pre-season. He's been absolutely quality. Definitely staked a claim to be in and around the first team squad for the entire season. He's that good. I don't think he's put a foot wrong at all during pre-season. He just seems to have gotten better and better and better. He seems to ooze confidence. He seems to be completely happy with where he is. Doesn't seem to be daunted by what's around him. And Klopp clearly thinks highly of him because he keeps playing him. So, brilliant. Really, really good. El Chapo said, oh no, he's Soccerleaf Jr., so I can skip that one. Ryan said, just simply can't sit for this season to see where this channel goes by the end of it. Or he said simply can't sit for this season. I think he meant to say simply can't wait for the season and see where the channel goes by the end of it. I've no idea where it's going to go, Ryan. Honestly, I'm really interested to see how this channel goes. I think the watch-alongs when the season starts will be a really big factor in our growth, because I think people will enjoy, I hope people will enjoy my particular brand of, I don't want to say humour, but reaction. I'm fairly reactive, so I hope people will like the watch-alongs, and if the watch-alongs catch on, then the channel could go well. But as we are, I think we're doing pretty well. I'm really happy with how things have gone. To be at over 2,500 subscribers already, I'm pretty happy with that. I have set myself targets and goals, and Connor doesn't like to have these targets, so I haven't disclosed them to Connor, but I have targets that I'd like us to reach at specific points, and if we get there, we get there. If we don't, we don't. But it's been an absolute joy to get to know you guys on here and to be talking about the Reds, so long may it last. And if the channel grows 1 subscriber a week, so what? as long as we're not losing subscribers, and as long as you guys are on here and we're all enjoying ourselves, and that's what it's all about. LFC_5 said Mo Salah running down the wing. It's a thing of beauty, my friend. It is a thing of beauty. Boss Mega says, good evening, Craig. Good evening to you, boss. Great to have you on. Joseph Reardon says, that'll be a mad hour of the morning, Craig. Are you sure about that? Yes, Joseph. I keep mad hours. I've said this to you before. I usually don't go to sleep till about 5 or 6 a.m. anyway. So, yeah, I'll definitely be on for that one. It'll probably be the last thing I do before I go to sleep that night. But yeah, we'll definitely be streaming that one. And I think people will come along and watch it, or I hope they'll come along and watch it, because it's a pretty important fight for Conor. What else have we got? Liverpool fan said, top 4 for me will be Liverpool, City, Spurs and Arsenal, but I've no idea in which order. I would replace Arsenal with United, but apart from that, I'd agree with your top 4, and again, I wouldn't know what order either. But the top 2 will be some combination of Liverpool and Man City. I'll be quietly confident about that one. Carl said, I thought Andy Robertson had a blinder today. He's a beast of a man and very determined. He's quality. He really is quality. He did play a couple of slightly iffy passes, one of them particularly bad, but I thought he was very good today as well. He looks so confident going forward. He really can beat a man as well, particularly when he's going on the inside. He was quality. I do agree. I know I keep saying I thought everyone was quality, but they were. The entire team today were quality. It was great to see. You watch NBA, mate, says Alpha. No, I don't watch any basketball at all, mate. Zero interest in basketball, I'm afraid. Sorry. What's this whole talk about Riyadh? I'm going to pass by that one because I have no idea. Oh, he's obviously a fucking clown that came in to troll. So thank you for taking care of him, Thomas. What else have we got? Jay Gamer said, can't wait to see Mane, Firmino, Salah and Keita all going forward this season. It's going to be a thing of beauty. I can't wait to see it either, Jay, mate. It's going to be an absolute thing of beauty, and I would hate to be an opposition defender. I really would. Johnny said, Nat Phillips could save Liverpool money. Thoughts, Craig? I was actually shocked at quite how big he was in person. Well, yeah, he's a pretty big young lad, so he did go in there today, slotted in the right side of centre back, if memory serves me correct, when he came on. But yeah, another player that hasn't put a foot wrong in pre-season. So yeah, another very, very impressive young player for Liverpool. So why not? Shaqiri is the new Adam Lallana, says Ryan. Craig, we got 250k today as well. I don't know what that means. 250k. Somebody leave us $250,000 or something. I don't know what that is, buddy. So, oh, likes. I mean, thumbs up. Sorry, I think that's what you meant. Which is brilliant, mate. Thank you. Craig, where did you get the posters behind you? Said Brandon. They come from Liverpool Tunes, mate, on Twitter. Dave, I think his website is cartoonsbydave.co.uk. If I haven't got my phone on me now, so I can't. Or actually, do I do have my phone. It's in my pocket. So bear with me. I will give you the details now of where those images came from. Sorry guys, I just want to make sure I get this right, because a couple of people have asked me about it before, and I do like to give them credits. Right, so they come from, the Twitter account is at Liverpool Tunes, so it's Liverpool spelled normally, but Tunes is TOONZ, and the website is footballcartoon.co.uk. So that's footballcartoon.co.uk. Dave does lots of stuff. He does all football clubs. He's worked with actual clubs as well. He does personalised stuff. If you've got a picture of you, your son, your daughter, your wife, anything you want done, Dave will do it for you. He'll either post you out the image itself, or he can send it to you by a digital image, for instance, if you want to print it out on your own. But I cannot say enough good things about Dave. I've got lots of stuff done by Dave over the years, and he's absolutely top of his game. So if you are on there, let him know we sent you. He may sort you out with something. He may give you a bit of a discount or something, I don't know, but he's a quality fella, so and a really nice guy as well. Alpha said, you got tattoos, mate. I do. I've got 2 sleeves, buddy. yeah, 2 sleeves. So I've got this one, well, that's half a sleeve, nearly there. And then I have this one, and that's a full sleeve, as you can see. Although, yeah, there you go. I do, and I'm going to get more. I've got them on my legs as well. Cobra said, we've got the money there for another signing apparently. Hopefully get Fekir in, job done. There seems to be something going around about Fekir in that it doesn't look dead, but it doesn't look like this window. And I can't put together the reasoning or the thought process behind why not. If we wanted him, surely he's there this window. I can't figure out why the fuck we wouldn't get him this window. But there seems to be a train of thought from people that seems to think that January perhaps. But I can't figure out why, mate. I honestly can't. And I would love to see Fekir come in the door before the window closes. Owen said, what was Joe Gomez like today? Is he good enough for a partnership with Big Verge? He didn't put a foot wrong, is the honest answer. He didn't stand out for me as having a particularly amazing game, but he also didn't stand out for me as making any mistakes on. So in that sense, it's tough for me to answer you, buddy. But again, he's another player that Klopp does think very highly of, and Klopp has come out and said that he feels that he could save us money going forward. He may be the solution to that centre back issue. Matthew said, thoughts on Palace getting Meyer on a free? I mean, think about it this way. If anyone else wanted him, they could have got him. So there was obviously some reason why other top clubs in Europe didn't sign him up. I've no idea what that reason is. By the sounds of things, he's only on 80 grand a week at City, which is 4 million a year, which is very reasonable. I've no idea what a signing on fee would have been, but if that is the case, then there must be another reason why. If a player like that comes around, you'd imagine that, you know, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, United, everybody would have taken a look at him. I mean, we're not stupid enough to think that the club didn't know about him. So why nobody went for him, I don't know. It is an interesting thing, and I would like to know more about it, Matthew, because we spoke about him a few times in streams. For a player like him to be available on a free, and fuck all clubs really seem to be going for him, it's nuts. But look, he is a Crystal Palace player now, even though they didn't seem to know who they'd signed, and they thought they'd signed Joshua Kimmich when they put out the image to welcome him to the club, which was fucking hilarious. I mean, Jesus Christ. You've signed a player and you're putting up an image of Joshua Kimmich, and not even the right player. I mean, somebody needs to get fired for that one. Liam said, you need a nice poster of Alisson and his glorious facial hair now. I will be updating that soon. Dave was going to make me one of the squad for this season, so he was just waiting until the window closed, and then he was going to send me over one of the entire squad. So I will have Alisson and his glorious facial hair soon. Andres, where's your comment gone, buddy? Let me scroll back up to it. Where is it gone? Sorry, I want to just get back up to this comment. No, I think I've lost it, Andres. Hang on, let me see if I can get back. Where is it? No, sorry mate, I think I've lost that comment. Apologies. Meyer, 170 grand a week, Craig. What I seen said 80. 80 grand a week was the figure I seen, because I assumed it was 6 or 8 million a year, which is what he was asking for originally, apparently, which would have been 160 grand a week. But I'd seen 80 grand drop down somewhere, and it did catch me. It might have even been Sky Sports or something, but it did take me back, because I thought, hang on, that's not the 8 million that everybody was talking about and the 8 million that was being mentioned. So I don't know, Aunt mate. Maybe they completely got it wrong. Nina said I was 5 foot away from Salah today, which is I'd say even at 5 foot, Nina, you could feel the fucking awesomeness just like radiating from Mo Salah. I'd say it almost hit you in the face, that awesomeness. Mr. Bugsar said, what a good day to see you, Craig. I'm sorry I'm late into the chat. Mate, never apologise. You taking the time to come on here, never apologise. We should be just thanking you for coming in, buddy, so never feel like you've got to apologise. Cobra said 8 million per year, which was again what I had heard, but then the figure I seen wrote down, whether it was on Sky Sports or wherever it was only 80 grand a week, which was fucking crazy. Brandon said, Craig, there's only 3 posters on the site. I don't know is the honest answer there, because the last time I was on there was loads, but I'm going to click on it now, so bear with me. And there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 there that I can see, but maybe he just doesn't want to have the old stock up, so maybe he's just waiting to draw the new stock in the new shirts, buddy. But as I said, get in contact with him. If there's a particular player you want, if he doesn't have it done up, he'll do it for you. No problem, and he'll be a really quick turnaround time on it as well. So just contact him. As I said, the ones on there are only $7.50 or something, which is really cheap if you think about it. The ones, if he does, he's made ones of me. So this image you see in the bottom right hand corner of my screen here of me and my bald head in the red Liverpool kit, he did that as well. That was one of Dave's images, and that cost a lot more than the $7.50, obviously, because it was a personalised one. But he can do literally anything you want, mate. He's really that good. James said, "Are you going to Anfield this season?" Oh, God, you're goddamn right I am. It wouldn't be a season for me if I didn't get over. Tony said, "Did you meet any of the subscribers earlier, Craig?" The honest answer there, Toby, is I couldn't tell you. Or Tony, Jesus, sorry, Tony. The honest answer is I couldn't tell you. I met so many people today. I shook hands with so many people. I was tapped on the I was actually a little bit surprised, if I'm being honest. The amount of people that were just tapping me on the shoulder today and introducing themselves and shaking hands, and I honestly don't know if any of them were subs. It was crazy. It was great. It was a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And I was a little bit rushed around today as well because Connor was a few minutes behind schedule. My train arrived a little bit late, so getting to the stadium we were a few minutes behind. But we met a load of people. How many of them were subs, Tony? I honestly can't tell you, buddy. Did you turn into a fanboy when you seen the gaffer? Yes, I did. I absolutely did. A little girl. I felt like a screaming little child. That's what I felt when I seen him. There's Skipper Dog, mate. As I said, you weren't on the stream earlier on, but I do want to say an apology. I do want to give you an apology. We didn't. It was just really bad timing. We must have missed you when we left Lansdowne Lane to go down to get our accreditation and then something to eat. And when you messaged, we were just sitting down to have something to eat. So I do owe you an apology, buddy. When we do meet, the point's on me. I owe you that much at least. Shane said, "I thought Alisson looked shaky today, Craig. What did you think of him?" Far from shaky, if I'm being honest. But I did say, Shane, and I tried to be honest about my view of him. I thought the one he knocked around the post was iffy. He could have done a lot better with that one. This probably should have been a straightforward save. It shouldn't have gone out for a corner. Other than that, I suppose it's how you judge him kind of jumping out like a starfish to block a player who's through on goal. That's a tough situation that it's very hard to judge if a keeper's done well or badly because you don't really expect him to do anything anyway. All he can do is make himself big. But in regards to his distribution and stuff, I thought he was out of this world. Absolutely brilliant. But I can understand where you're coming from. It's not a ridiculous comment at all. As I said, I feel he should have done better with the shot he tapped around the post. Chris said we're going to destroy West Ham. Damn right we are. And a lot of other teams as well, Chris. Guys, can somebody just hit me up and let me know where we're at with the subs? I just wanted to see if we were past or we'd hit that 2600 because we had earlier on, but YouTube for me was just a bit arseways today. So if somebody can just whack it in the chat and let me know, because I said I can't see it on this screen. Alisson reminds me of peak Reina, says Johnny, which is a good comparison. Excuse me, a little bit more hair, but yeah, definitely a good comparison. Liverpool fan says, "Got to go, Craig. Absolutely knackered. See you in tomorrow's stream, mate. Good luck. Thank you, buddy, and I will chat to you tomorrow." And Mighty Lad's heading off as well. Do you know what? I might head off myself in a few minutes, guys. I'll go till 15:15, so 7 minutes, then I'll head off. Matthew said 2,583, which is shit. We were at higher than that earlier on, so we must have actually lost subs at one point, which is crazy. But look, it is what it is. If you're watching the stream and you're enjoying it, do take a moment, hit that subscribe button. That's crazy because we were at 2,599 earlier on. But YouTube does this from time to time. It fucks about with numbers. That could jump back up again in an hour or so. Let's wait and see what happens when the night's out. What was the score? It was 5-0. It was a beautiful 5-0. A magnificent 5-0. Goals galore. Beautiful goals. Mo Salah couldn't have put the ball any more in the top corner. It was delicious. And thank you again to the people there that are putting in the sub numbers for me. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Paul Turner's had 61 likes, which is great because we're only on here, an hour? So, and we're going to be heading off soon anyway. This was just a quick stream to jump on and give you guys a bit of a catch up about the game and see how you felt about it, see if you enjoyed it, because I'm only home since like 11 o'clock. So just in the door, and I said I'd jump up on here and have a chat with you guys and see how you thought about it. Nina said my cousin was on the LFC Instagram story. That's brilliant. That's really nice to see, and that's a nice little memento of the day as well. So yeah, congratulations to your cousin. That's brilliant. Did you go to it, Craig? I did. I absolutely did, Gamer Boy. I'm just home. Not only did I go to it, as we were shown earlier on, I've got my media pass. So yeah, I definitely was at the game today. In the media section, great. Really enjoyed myself. Felt completely out of place like I always do when I'm there, but definitely enjoyed it. What was your favourite goal of the day? Said Liam. I'd probably say Salah's, because it shouldn't have been a goal. It was a free kick out for a start, because I think it was Mane pushed the defender, blatantly pushed them. So how he got away with it, I don't know. But the finish from Mo couldn't have been any more in the top corner. I mean, it was like perfectly top corner. So for me, yeah, it was that one. But let me know yours. Let me know your goal of the day, Liam, in the chat, mate. I'd like to know what one you thought was good. 80 likes, says Tom Conley, which is brilliant. Thank you. That's excellent. Thank you so much. For being on here an hour, that's brilliant. That's amazing. Thank you. Moreno, a good enough cover at left back, says Niall Cork, or Concannon. Excuse me, Niall Concannon said Moreno good enough backup at left back ? No, unfortunately, Niall. My answer would be no. I'd happily have him come on the left side of midfield if we were chasing a game. To try and get balls into the box, or to try and increase our attacking threat. But as a left back, I just think defensively he's suspect, gives away too many stupid free kicks. So yeah, no would be my answer. But with 1 year left on his contract, I don't mind if he sits around and he gets a few games here or there. He can certainly bring something to the team, and from what it seems, he's amazing in and around the changing room by the looks of it. He seems like a really happy individual and somebody that will be a benefit of having around the club. Paul said, Craig, do you know anything about Stephen Gerrard's cousin we signed from City, Bobby Duncan? Absolutely nothing, other than he's apparently a very, very good striker. Who knows where the goal is? Other than that, no, nothing. Foon Jung Meng said Moreno is decent, but Klein, Gomez and Milner are able to play at left back, which is spot on. They all are. So yeah, it's a good comment. Moreno surprised me. That goal stands out for me. Do you know, I think it was piss poor goalkeeping, Liam, for that one. I mean, it was hit straight at the keeper. When I watched the replays of that, I thought, Jesus Christ, if that was our keeper, people would be losing their fucking minds if we conceded that goal. It was a great strike. I mean, Jesus, there was some power behind it. I'll give him that one. But I felt it should have been saved, if I'm being honest. But I never want to take anything away. Yeah, like, I mean, he took the shot, so he did the right thing. He took the shot, he rolled the dice, the keeper let it in, he got his goal. Perfect from Moreno's point of view. Damo said, still over the moon to have seen Salah slot home live. What a shot. Absolutely, Damo, it was brilliant. And I think I said this earlier on, but for me, what I took from today more than anything else, more than being at the media part, more than being in the press conference, more than getting to meet so many amazing people, what made me most happy today was seeing so many young kids at that game, getting to see the heroes playing in Dublin with the sun shining and the goals. Them getting to see 5 goals. It was brilliant. So many kids leaving that stadium today with happy smiles on their faces, looking forward to the season, going home to dream about being a professional footballer, to be Mo Salah, to be Sadio Mane, to be Bobby Firmino. And that for me was the thing I took the most pleasure with today. It was beautiful to see. Ryan said 100,000 subscribers by February, I reckon. I have no idea, Ryan. If we hit that, I will be very, very happy. Yeah, I don't know how long it will take us to hit 100k. I don't even know if we'll ever hit 100k, but do you know what? If we do, it'll only be because of you guys. As I say this all the time, this channel isn't Craig's channel, this channel isn't Connor's channel. It's not Cash's, it's not Chris's, it's not Charlie's, it's your channel. Anfield Agenda will only ever exist, will only ever work if you guys keep coming on and watching. So as we said, this is a family. This is a forum for all of us to share our thoughts, to share our views on Liverpool, And that forum will only get bigger as we go on and we increase with the website. And we give you guys more platforms to talk, more platforms to get to know each other. And that will continue, that I can promise you. Where it goes from there, we'll just have to wait and see. Reminded me of Risa back in the day, said Liam, and that's a good shout. That was a very Risa type finish, alright. What else is there? Moreno still needs forward, keep him out the defence, says Ron Carlisle. He is good going forward. He can definitely take on the defender. He can put a ball into the box. We know he can strike a ball, as was shown today. Skipper Dog said, agreed, I wish I had a few kids to bring. It was lovely, mate. It was my highlight of the day, definitely. Thomas Wirch is in, says hello Craig. Hello Thomas, mate, great to see you. If we win the league, you'll gain 100,000 subs, easy. And you know what, I think you're right. I think you're right. This might sound cocky or whatever, but if we do have a great season, then yeah, I think we will. The numbers will reflect that, and I think we'll do very well. So hopefully we're all winners by the end of this. Moreno's the size of Risa's abs, says James Bowers. Niall said, yeah, tend to agree. Moreno better up the field with his pace. Can't read the game for shit. Rod says, wow guys, that must have been great. Just had a look at the results. That would have been a fantastic day. It was right. And Rod, excuse me, I was just saying to the guys, the best part about it for me was the kids. Getting to see so many happy kids, getting to see their idols. And if you're a parent bringing a kid to a game, or if you're a dad or a mum and you're bringing your kid to their first Liverpool game and you're trying to get your kid involved in the Liverpool family, you're trying to get them to fall in love with the game, then a day like today and a game like this is the perfect one to do it. So I think you'll get there'll be another generation of Liverpool fans in Ireland here growing up with a wonderful memory of the first occasion. Did you get to watch the game? How did Fabinho play? Or didn't get to watch the game, excuse me, how did Fabinho play? He only came on when James Milner got injured. So was that second half or first half? It was the end of the first half, I think, actually, if memory serves me correct. I can't remember when his substitutions, but he was quiet again. He's one of those players that will probably go unnoticed in games. He didn't really have that much to do either, but again, just another one who didn't stand out for me. He just went about his business, and that's often what we're going to get with Fabinho. His good games will be games where he goes unnoticed because he's just doing his job well, reading play, intercepting balls, playing simple passes, and just being a shield for the defence. Damo said, I was at the game with my brother and my 8-year-old, 10-year-old nephews. The two young lads were absolutely bouncing about the performance and all the goals, especially singing the Genie song. Yeah, it was great to see. It was lovely to see sporadically songs breaking out around the stadium and everybody bouncing and having fun, and the good weather didn't hurt either, Damo. So it was brilliant to see, my friend. It was brilliant. I can't say brilliant enough, but it was just fucking brilliant. Liam said, I can't get over how good a signing Milner has been. He plays at left back for a season, doesn't complain, then he plays at centre mid and turns into our most inspirational player on the pitch. He's been brilliant. He's been an absolutely quality signing. Even at the end of his career like that, you just see why he's had such a good career. He is the consummate professional. He puts in 100% in every game. He's up the social media game in the last couple of years as well. He's brilliant on social media. He's just brilliant. He's just great to have around. I wish we had him longer. But look, we've another year or two of him to look forward to yet. So it's been a privilege getting to have James Milner in a Liverpool shirt. Joseph said, Klopp said in an interview that he was blown away by the support over here. I think maybe people underestimate. A lot of people think that United are the dominant club in Ireland, and I couldn't give you the exact figures on it, but there's an awful lot of Liverpool fans over here in this country. Obviously, having grown up here my entire life, Liverpool, there's been more Liverpool shirts than other shirts that I can remember. United, there's a lot of as well. A few Arsenal fans, to be fair, in Ireland. I'd say there's a good chunk of Arsenal fans, but it's definitely Liverpool, United, the two clubs over here in this country. Charlie said, it's like Maldini said, if you have to make a tackle, you've already made a mistake. And that is a very, very true true phrase. Yeah, it's all about reading the game. The best players don't have to make last ditch tackles because they can see one or two moves ahead in the game and they can just step in, intercept, and just make things look easy. Right, where are we going? Do you know what, guys? I said I was going to just jump on for a quick hour or so I'm going to head off if that's okay. I will, of course, be on tomorrow, and I'll catch up with you all then around the usual time. Actually, no, tomorrow's Sunday, so it'll be about 10 because we have the Cop Council podcast beforehand. So, look, thank you all for joining. Thank you to Charlie for doing a great job earlier on with the watch along. Mate, you saved my ass on that one. Thank you. To everyone that watched the watch along with Charlie earlier on, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. And as always, I'll end by saying up the motherfucking Reds.